morning. What a difference a day makes, eh? Have a look at all of this. You can just about see at the top of the hill. I would zoom in, but I have no chance of focusing at the moment because the sun's so clearing. You can just see the cairns that we came past yesterday. It was one hell of a night in that little shelter. Dry, relatively comfortable. The wind was battering it all night. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to camp last night. I don't think the tent would have stood up. And now we're off to, we think, possibly that hill there. We're going up, around, over, not sure which way, the Shill today, which is supposed to be a rounded hill, and we should be quite close to it, so yeah, this might be it. Hooked up with a fellow hiker. We met in the first hut yesterday, and obviously we all had the same destination. So we'll be hiking off the mountains as a trio today. A little admiral sheltering from the wind. Last hill of the hike, and of course it goes straight up again. They don't believe in switchbacks on the Pennine Way.
This is a good look. This is the view. Here.
You do know that nobody can actually hear you against the wind.
Yeah, fine, look at that here.
That's amazing.
We were casting it yesterday in the rain and the wind. Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah. 360 goodness in every direction. Beautiful up here. So this is the point at which you can decide to follow the low route into Kirkjetham, which we will do, or you can carry on up this hill and then follow a ridge route instead, which is, well, keeps you higher. I presume has nicer views. It's a little bit longer getting down, but yeah, we're kind of done with the excitement. Sorry, trying to close a gate. One of many. There we go. So we're going down the low route. I mean, the views are spectacular up here, and it is a nice day. There's no excuse other than no, we can't be asked. To be perfectly honest. The other thing is that, just something to bear in mind if you ever in this situation and want to make the decision, there are some water sources, stream crossings on the low route. There isn't any on the high route. So, I mean, we're good for water now thanks to that horrible brown muck we picked up yesterday. We had coffee in the evening, we had coffee in the morning, and we still have a litre of water each to drink. So we're more than fine getting into Kirkjetham. But if you hike here in a dry season or in a heat wave, that's worth considering. Okay, I was talking nonsense earlier. This is the point at which it splits to the low-level alternative route or the high-level main route. Yeah, I don't think you can read that against the sun. It's just like quarter of a mile further on from where I filmed, but yeah, it's not by the gate, so you go over or through that gate anyway, and then it splits here. But yeah, we're sticking to the low route.
We can do with a beer.
Yeah, half a mile closer to beer. Decision made.
Hi. Look at the views behind you.
Yep, they're worth mentioning. And there's the Shill we just came down from. The Shill, I don't know, Shill. That hill. Okay, I don't know what the views from the top would be like, but this is pretty damn spectacular. Wow. Most of what we're looking at now is Scotland. Really enjoying the slow route so far. Some very pleasant walking and lovely landscape. 2 miles from Kirkgetham, and we thought we would have to negotiate one more lot of cows on the path. But luckily, this is where we're going back off again. Goodbye, cows.
Bye.
Nice not meeting you.
Wouldn't want to be here.
Hello, horses. I hope we don't meet you either. There's Kirkgetham, basking in glorious sunshine. Yeah, it's been a long slog. But we're nearly there. Made it!
No beer. Come on, beer.
Cheers.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.
We did get our complimental half, but mine sort of disappeared through my mouth. But it's a nice pint that they got there.
It is actually a really nice pint, I must say. Even I don't drink much beer, but that's like
it's really
almost
refreshing.
almost German beer. It's very nice. But yeah, we've made it. Only a year late, but we're here. How are you feeling about this?
Tired. It's quite a tough trail.
Mm.
You look on the map and say, oh, it's mileage and the height didn't bother us, but the terrain, it's not manicured.
No.
It's quite ankle. Well, the first half is because it's quite. The first half is quite touristy, but after that, it is quite. Some people say, oh, there's only certain trails that you look at your feet. This is one of them in the second half.
Yeah, you don't even get a chance to not look at your feet. And it's deceptive stuff because you're walking through farmers' fields, so it doesn't look complicated, but there's a lot of grass growing over little dips and knolls, so everywhere you put your foot, it kind of twists this way and that way, and you didn't anticipate it because it looks flat when you're walking through it.
Is.
So it's a bit tricky. I mean,
don't take the second part. Oh yeah, well it's only through farm. It's not. As I say, it's not hard and not high and stuff like that, but it's actually hard on your feet and ankles.
Yeah, just be aware of that.
All the time we did the PCT in 2019. I never. This is 100% worse. No, I'm not saying it's bad.
No, from the tread. I mean, I don't know how you can call it the surface because I mean that's probably why we enjoy the moors so much, because the moors are some of the nicest trails.
Yeah. But yeah, you got grass growing over the path, so you don't know what you're standing on. Yeah,
and before you know it, you stood in a hole that you didn't know was there. So
don't get me wrong, it's not all.
No.
It was like 3 days, 4 days. The last 2 days have been nice.
Yeah, I must say this last stretch from Burness, I mean, including the ridiculously steep climb out, which is actually quite good fun. Scary, but quite good fun. But those last 2 days out from Burness to here.
Nice.
Beautiful, absolutely. I mean, even in the not nice weather, it's really great terrain to hike. And obviously, once the clouds lifted, the views were amazing. I mean, this is spectacular. So, yeah.
What are the good points and bad points about today? I don't think there was a bad point.
No.
You got up and we got up.
It was very cold when we got up. That's the bad point.
We got up and then, because we come in really bad weather last night, we couldn't see more than 10 metres in front of ourselves. The views were amazing. And where we've come down,
as soon as you open the door, it was like, wow, and just didn't stop being wow until the end.
Really
pretty much.
Nice. And then another good point, getting down to the pub.
Yeah, obviously.
Relaxing.
Finishing.
Yeah. We'll be home tomorrow night. We're staying in a town about half a mile away.
Yeah, town Yethorm we're staying in. Instead, this is Kirkgetham, so we're staying in town Yethorm.
And then we travel back to Liverpool the day after. But it's not. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. we've moaned a bit, but
A lot. Because we do.
mainly about the heat.
Yeah.
It's been this is unusual heat in England.
Yes.
So walking in that, it slows you down because you're looking for water all the time. It's like usually we refill the bottles once a day. But some parts we 2-3 times a day. So we both of us were going through between 6 and 9 litres of water because it was that hot.
Obviously, that started to slow us down quite a lot because we hadn't anticipated taking that many longish breaks. But every time you filter water, obviously you're a minimum of half an hour to an hour, kind of. And so, even so, we did manage to fill up a lot of the times in cafes and stuff. But then you go to a cafe, then you don't just want to fill up with water. You drink something, you eat something. So we started to fall behind in pace in the hot period quite a bit, mainly because we took too many breaks, but we needed those breaks. We couldn't have done it without them. So yeah, it made it quite hard to anticipate how long the trail was going to be. I mean, even as you know from our booking and rebooking disaster there, I mean, up until 3 days before the end, we did not entirely know when we were going to finish. And
No.
I've never had a trail like that. I mean, they call it a tough trail, and you know, you look at the elevation profile and stuff like that, and you think, how tough can it be? It is tough because it's got unexpected challenges in it. And I would warn anybody setting off on the Pennine Way, do bring at least three bottles of water to fill at all times. It really is not. From a certain point onward, it is hard to find water sources, and I don't think that's just because we had a hot period. I think, as we said before, in England, in the moors, for some reason, the moors, which is the dampest places in the country, are very, very difficult to find water sources in. So just don't be one of those persons that sets off with one bottle of water. You will come unstuck, certainly in a hot season. Yeah. Day 18 gave us one last final hooray on the Pennine Way because we woke up to beautiful weather, having been battered all night long by the wind, luckily inside a refuge. It was, I mean, you saw the picture. It was just the entire valley down is beautiful. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. There is a point at which the path splits, where you can take a lower road or stay on the ridge line. We decided to go down the lower road because, frankly, we had enough at that point. Even though the weather would have been perfectly good to stay on the ridge line. We didn't fancy a steep climb down, which it seemed to head towards eventually. I mean, I don't know where that comes down. Yeah, here you can see there. It does get quite steep on the way down. We didn't fancy a steep downhill because we were knackered. You know, 18 days on a trail is enough, even though we had a break in the middle. So we just followed the lower route, which, yeah, I mean, it's just really straightforward, really pretty hiking all the way into Kirkjesholm, even though the last bit is a slight slog on a road, but, you know, which hike doesn't end like a slight slog on a road. And, yeah, made it to Kirkjesholm. Only about 1 year too late, but we made it.